What is up, Film Geeks? My name is Trevor, and welcome back to my channel. We made it to the end of the year, but we still got two top 10 lists to give you. Today, I'm giving you guys the top 10 worst movies of the year, meaning the top 10 movies I like the least. This is no knock on the director, the actors in it, the studio, the producers, anyone in with the movie. This is no knock on them. These are movies that did not sit well with me, movies that I did not enjoy. Join me in the comment section. What are the movies you deem the worst of the year, in your opinion? Comment down below and let's talk about it. Hit that thumbs up button for me. I got some hot takes in here. I'm definitely going to work up the dislikes. So, here we go. Starting things off at number 10. Thinking because I'm a die-hard fan of romantic comedies, I would really enjoy this movie. But Palm Springs didn't do it for me at all. And there's talk that it might get a Best Picture nomination, and everyone I know has this in their top 10 best of the year. This movie didn't sit well with me at all, and I'm not a big fan of the days repeating themselves, the Groundhog Day vibe. Works sometimes, but this time it just didn't work well for me. I thought J.K. Simmons was just really weird to have him in the movie, and overall, I thought I would have fun with this movie. I thought I would laugh and love it, because I love romantic comedies. It's actually my favorite genre. Not this time. Palm Springs didn't work for me. There's other romantic comedies this year that most people would think are terrible compared to this that I enjoy far more. Palm Springs, I'm sorry, did not enjoy it. At number 9, I'm not a big Borat fan, and Borat, a subsequent film, really didn't work for me. The first 5 minutes, I laughed a couple times, thought, hey, this is going to be pretty good. It just didn't work for me, and what didn't work in the first Borat, that's the comedy and the humor and how they filmed it. Really didn't work for me in this time. Sacha Baron Cohen's great, but other than that, I did not enjoy this movie. I did not laugh in this movie. I just saw myself being extremely irritated throughout this film. I'm not a Borat guy, and that's okay. And if you're a Borat person, hey, power to you. But for me, Borat didn't do it. At number 8, went to Disney Plus, and I paid $30 to watch it. I'm still kicking myself to this day because I'll never get that $30 back. But Mulan is terrible. And I have full confidence in saying that because I'm a diehard Disney live-action remake guy. And there's some bad Disney live-action remakes, don't get me wrong. But Mulan's down there with Dumbo bad. I mean, everything about this movie I just didn't enjoy. And it's a remake, and it has, like, nothing from the original Mulan. No songs, no Mushu, no Lucky Cricket, no really even the Huns, and no, like, same message that the original Mulan had that's so powerful and meaningful. And I love the animated Mulan. Come to this film, it basically throws it out the window and makes a different movie and calls it Mulan. And I get having a little bit difference in there is good. This has no similarities to the original Mulan at all. And I think the big problem for that is there's no songs in this movie. There's no reflection. There's no I'll make a man out of you. There's no a man worth fighting for. There's those songs make Mulan what it is. It packs that message home, and this movie just forgot it. It didn't have the Disney magic. I didn't like it, and it made me so upset when I was watching it. Those movies that just kind of hits you the wrong way, makes you a little angry when you're done watching it. At number 7, speak about disappointments. Shia LaBeouf is in this one, the tax collector, and when Shia LaBeouf is in it, he looks great, he's awesome, it makes the movie really convincing and compelling, but majority of the time he's not in there. He's at maybe about 30 minutes of screen time, and the family they focus on is not very good actors, they're not likable characters, and it's overall just not a compelling story unless Shia LaBeouf is on camera, and again, he's only on camera for about 30 minutes. David Ayer, I don't know what's going on, man. I hope you find your mojo back. I was expecting an end-of-watch type movie from this one, and we didn't get it, and it's one of the worst of the year. I mean, Shia LaBeouf tattooed his entire freaking body. For what? For this? I thought we were getting an Oscar-nominated performance or something, man. It hit me wrong. At number 6 is going to be a fan fiction movie that my girlfriend knew about. We watched it a couple days ago. After We Collide is terrible. And I mean, I don't know why I watched it. I wasn't really expecting anything because it's based off of fan fiction. I don't really know what that even means. After We Collide, it has some of the worst acting, the worst story, the worst script. Everything about the movie was, like, bad. And, I mean, they had an unusual amount of swear words in there to the point where they would just be talking, they're just starting screaming F-bombs, and it just felt extremely out of place. When I was watching the whole time, I was like, this is a movie? I have far better ideas than this for a movie. After We Collide, it's not well acted. It has a terrible script. It has it's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie. Bringing us in the top 5. Amazon and Blumhouse teamed up for quite a bit of movies this year. I only watched one of them, and that was The Lie. And I'd be lying to you if I told you I liked this movie, and it would be a lie if I said I wanted to go back and watch more Amazon Blumhouse movies. I won't say any more lie puns. Or will I? Was that a lie? The Lie seemed like it could have been okay, but the big plot twist ending they had literally ruined the movie. I mean, it literally had no payoff whatsoever, and a plot twist I didn't see coming because it shouldn't have been there. It shouldn't have been in the movie whatsoever. We're gonna knock fans on their butt with this huge plot twist. It's gonna be crazy. No one's gonna see it coming. It didn't even come out of left field. It's like a fan threw a beer and nailed the pitcher in the head. That's exactly what it felt like. You're like, seriously? We went through this entire movie for you to pull this on us? I mean, and even throughout the movie, the acting sometimes, it just felt kind of off, especially like how our characters behaved inside the film. They're in dire situations, craziness going on in their lives, and they're laughing, having fun, making the most of it. There's no making the most of it here, bro. There's not. I got that plot twist ending, I was like, how? How is that even an option? Like when you're writing it, and you're going, yes, we're going to choose that. Ah, the lie, man. God. At number 4, Apple TV Plus had a pretty good year, but On the Rocks did not add to that good year, at least for me. And lots of people enjoyed this movie, so I was expecting to enjoy it. The trailer sold me. I was excited for it. It looked funny. It looked sweet. It looked cool. And it wasn't any of those things. I mean, it was just extremely boring. And I was bored to tears, head bobbing throughout the first 5 minutes, trying to stay awake. And that's not very good in the first 5 minutes. And they just kind of throw you in these characters' lives. You don't get a chance to meet them and kind of know what they're about. You just get thrown into their busy lives. And you get thrown into her situation. And it kind of just goes and plays on from there. And kind of just leaves you stranded a little bit. It doesn't really warm you up to anything. It just throws you in the boiling water. And it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. This movie isn't funny. Bill Murray, when he finally gets in the movie, didn't really add much, and I was expecting this movie to be funny and cute, and it just wasn't, and it just really disappointed me, and On the Rocks was not good to me at all. Number 3, 365 Days or 365 DNI. I don't know why I watched this movie, but it was trending on Netflix at number 1 for like 2 weeks straight, so I said, you know what, I'm tossing it on. Boy, was that a mistake. I'm going to give credit where credit's due real fast. This movie has some great music. I mean, the soundtrack in this, I was like, man, this is awesome soundtrack. But other than that, this movie is weird, compulsive, and just kind of like a really bad message they threw out there. And it's all really surrounded about sex. Like, think of 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Free, the 50 Shades movies, but like ups and ante, like times 10. This movie is graphic, it is gruesome, it is disgusting, and overall, just terrible. The acting is terrible. There's a guy who keeps saying this line, "Are you lost, baby girl?" If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The acting is terrible. And overall, you're trying to get you to root for this guy who's someone you should not root for, someone you should not like anything about him. And it's a really bad movie with a really weird ending. And like everyone's like, oh, it's a plot twist, and he set it up for a sequel. For how popular it was on Netflix, I'm assuming that we're going to get a sequel. And I'll probably watch it because I'm dumb. But 365 DNI, do yourself a favor. Don't tune into that one. At number 2, I'm a diehard Tom Hardy fan. I'm a diehard Linda Cardellini fan. But Capone is a movie I'm not a diehard fan of. I mean, this focuses on the last year of Capone's life when he's struggling with dementia. And why would we make a movie on that? It is super kind of like trippy. It's kind of like you're on acid watching this movie, the things they go through. But it's just Tom Hardy going around. That's how he's talking. He's yelling. He's losing control of his body. And it's disgusting to see. Tom Hardy, honestly, he gives a good performance as his character. But the overall script and the overall like presence of the film just did not do it any justice. It was a really weird year to focus on for one of the most notorious gangsters. He's dying. Why do we want to see that? Why do we want to see anything that's happening to him? See his body basically decaying. It's not something I want to watch. I forgot Capone came out this year to look at my list, and I went, oh God, there it is. I gotta talk about it again. But at number 1, reigning for the worst movie of the year, came to Disney Plus. It was supposed to come out years ago. Artemis Fowl is so bad, I wanted to freaking punch myself in the face. I could not get through this movie. I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch. I was like, this is going to be a cool little cute Disney movie. And it wasn't. It wasn't at all. And it's really hard just to blame the actor who's in this movie. But that kid actor should not have been in this movie. I apologize. I know he's a young man. The movie's sitting on his kid's shoulders, and it just does not go anywhere. Colin Farrell's in it for a little bit, and it said that he like filmed his scenes in like 3 days, and it felt like it. This whole movie looks like it was shot in 3 days. I mean, you had some really good actors and actresses in there that just, the movie fell on its face. I mean, if trying to think back to it, I quite frankly don't even remember really anything about this movie. It's one I had to kind of erase from the memory. I think if I even had kids, they wouldn't enjoy it. If I showed this to my little cousins, I think they would tell me that it's a terrible movie. Artemis Fowl, I can't believe Disney even put it out. Sometimes when like you create something, you're like, you know what, that wasn't good. Maybe we should scrap it. Disney said, you know what, that's not good. Let's see how it does. And it was awful. And it's a lot of people's worst movie of the year. And it is my worst movie of the year. Join me in the comment section. What movies do you deem the worst of the year? Let's talk it out all down below in the comments. Hit that thumbs up button. Help me out here, because I'm going to get the dislikes for Palm Springs being on this list. Thank you guys so much for watching. It truly does mean the world. One more top 10 list to get through before the year is up. And that is the top 10 best movies of 2020. Come back tomorrow, because we got a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.